for clarity or for direction purpose when it has to do with workplace, you made mention of workplace politics. In workplace politics is not what is applicable in real life that is applicable in workplace politics. There's an edition of the show that one of the guests spoke about. They teach us in school how to make it in papers, but they don't train you on how to make it at the workplace. There are three things that governs the workplace: emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and people's management. So when it comes to that point, emotionally, you need to kill what you feel. Workplace is one thing that your feeling does not matter. If you must excel, unless you have an exit plan, a jackpot plan that I am leaving this place, I don't want to stay here for a long time. But if you have a career in that place and you've programmed yourself to stay there for a long time, my brother, my sister, my sweetheart, my husband, my darling, my everything, you have to be emotionally intelligent. Apply critical thinking when you want to take an action. Now, the superior, obviously, he is wrong.
Viewers, welcome to another exciting episode of the HR Anonymous show. You know how we do it now. All your workplace story, your boss self, everything. Share it with us and we're ready to talk about it. You know, you can always share your story on our email by sending to our email address hranonymous@thebgshows.com or on our WhatsApp line 081-1466-9924. You can send voice notes, you can type it, whatever is convenient for you. Just be rest assured, we'll share your story here and your identity remains anonymous. Before plenty talk, we'll be going right into our story for the day, and I want you to do one thing. Just stay glued to the screen. As much as it's in the pepper your body, be dropping your comments. As it's peppering, you be dropping your comments. There's no limit to the number of comments you can drop. We want to hear your opinion. On this note, we'll be going to our first story.
As it's peppering, you'll be dropping your comments. As it's peppering, you'll be dropping your comments.
So
what is Anonymous saying today? This particular Anonymous has something to say about insubordination. Waiting happen, go. Let's listen to it. So I'm going to put myself in the shoes of the Anonymous as usual. And Anonymous is saying, so there was this time that I was in our kitchenette eating, and then one of my superiors walked in and ordered me to stand, that he wanted to sit and eat. Let me take it again. There was this time that I was in our kitchenette. I was eating my food jejely, but one of my superiors then walked in. I was like, guys, stand up. I want to sit and I want chop. Okay. I was wondering at first that, is this a joke? Make I look at first. But then I smiled and then I politely declined. Now where the biggest starts with that though? This man started raking and shouting that, why would I give you an instruction? Guy, they tell you something, stand up, I want chop. They look me, they sit down, see they chop, they go. Either you are trying to explain yourself politely or not, I don't care, because I am not joking with you. What I want you to do is, I have given you an instruction and I want you to carry it out. He said that is highest form of insubordination. Grammar. Insubordination. And in my head, I was like, now, insubordination from where to where now? Anyways, the noise led to the HR having to step in to address this matter. However, this Oga did not forget about this issue. He still had to tell me that we need to call everyone, and then I apologized to him in the presence of every other employees or staff or whatever. And I explained the situation to him. And then he got more furious and said, strike 2. Another case of insubordination. The first one I say, Oga won't sit down, you don't agree, stand up. Second one I say, I want you to apologize for the presence of every other staff. You see the shalaye? Okay. Then he threatened that if I do not apologize, he will escalate it to the HR again. And this time around, if the HR does not do anything about it, he will escalate it to the directors. Omo, it tire me because I don't know. Anyways, this whole situation has been sorted. But what I want to know, HR Anonymous, is that does this even make sense? Wetin I do exactly? Was that even a case of insubordination? Victoria and Rachel, abeg, wetin I do? Wetin I do? Is this a case of insubordination? Insubordination? Because for hear me.
Okay. This is indeed funny because I want to quickly pick something.
Okay.
She first of all said she thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
Which means in quote, they share a kind of relationship.
Yeah.
Yes. So which means
Possibly.
they joke a lot. They laugh a lot about things. So which means in a way, this said superior have a relationship with her or with the staff that passes him as a funny person. That my boss. They always say funny.
Again.
So it came like the normal joke to her. And then her response, according to her, was she smiled. But let's look at the smile there. Let's look at she smiled. Okay. Let me be neutral.
Because you are beginning to smile like she was smiling.
Yeah, so let's just take it like she felt it was a joke and she smiled over it. I don't think it's a case of insubordination. So at the point he picked that she wasn't taking him seriously, I think he should have retreated in a more polite manner. Besides, he was not polite. She said it's command, Abi. Like she gave him instruction and said, babe, stand up, I want to eat food. But there's a way to go about it. Oh, I'm sorry, please, are you done? Can I please sit down? It's not a case of insubordination. I just see it as a case of superiority. Like he feels like he's superior and he can get whatever it is that he wants. And then I think, yes, the HR should come in the sense that I like the fact that she did not say they had an altercation actually, because it would have been completely out of place if they wait, you are giving me a different side look. Wait, am I on track? I want to be
sure. Bombastic side. I don't just want to agree.
There is no track.
I don't just want to agree.
Is on the railway track.
I don't want to
There is
agree.
no track here. Here you express all your opinion.
All right.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to land. You saying that probably the man is a
Jaye
jester
person,
or
yes.
he jokes a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even see it from a place of he jokes a lot. I see it from the place of are you whining? That must be a mad joke. Because I don't understand why I'm sitting and I'm eating. Like I'm sitting and I'm eating because whatever
She said she thought he was joking.
I'm just saying now, yes.
Okay.
Naturally, you will think this person must be joking. Even if the person, see, I'm just putting myself in that person's shoes.
shoe.
Even if that person has never joked with me in that organization, at that point, you're a joker. Because
No.
how am I
joking statements here.
She's actually sitting down and I'm eating. And he just came and said, stand up, I want to sit down. I will laugh.
Yeah.
That's my reaction.
But her expression did not show sarcasm. Let's take note. Her expression doesn't show sarcasm.
Yeah.
When she was expressing herself.
Yeah.
There's when somebody is expressing herself, you can pick that this statement is sarcastic.
But
But
wait.
Some people
are confusing me.
yeah, you want to calm down, don't come after me.
People are confusing me. Wait.
All
If
right.
I get you right. Your point is that the guy not supposed to talk like that, and the person eating was not meant to stand. I'm yet to get Victoria's point because what you started with was okay. Probably the guy was saying it in a kind of funny matter, so that means you would not blame the guy eating for not standing up because he thought or she thought that the boss was actually joking, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to say is that I'm not going to dispute the fact that the guy might have said it in a kind of way that does not make sense, like stand up, I want to eat, and we cannot really say quite all right how he said it. Do you understand?
Yes.
So I do not really see anything totally bad in the employee still doing that.
No.
In the employee still doing what?
That's my own opinion.
I don't
It's
agree.
still like either the person is serious or the person is joking.
He's joking, yeah.
For the fact that this person is your boss, there are several lines to it. Like I do not see anything bad. He's not going to owe you a thing to still want to still stand and say, sir, please sit down. Because I must tell you, hold on, sorry. I must tell you for a fact. Maybe because we are humans, there are some of us that when you are in a place and then you see your superiors or probably somebody older than you, without them asking, you might just say, sir, please come and sit. And then you stand up.
That is a case of mannerism.
That's what I'm saying.
You can choose to be
That's
polite.
what I'm saying.
You can choose. It is not a compulsion.
Thank you. That was why I said that. We don't know how this boss addressed him or said it.
Was
it in a rude manner?
Yes,
or something? Because I must tell you for
story.
a fact that there are persons that even without the boss having to say it,
once they
just
see the
because
boss,
you have
they
manners,
stand.
You want to
You
stand
see why I said
and
that
say,
it
"Sit
might
down."
be the relationship
Exactly,
that they share in the office.
So it doesn't outrightly mean that because your boss said, I want to sit or something, it means, this person is a joker. Because honestly speaking, without the boss saying it, I can do it. I can decide to sit.
Okay, so in a case,
this is it. This is where I have an issue. The boss walks in, sees somebody sitting and eating, and you ordered the person to stand up because you want to eat. Because what? They are decoration. Or they are trees. Yes, now. Or they are plates.
All right.
And they don't deserve a seat at the table to eat or what. And you have
I get.
It's another thing if you have asked the person that, please, can I sit?
Exactly.
Exactly what I was saying at the beginning.
Can you eat fast? Or can I share your seat with you? You order them to stand up.
I think the problem is the ordering.
exactly my point. I said
probably if that
the mannerism
I
towards
have an issue with you expecting somebody to stand up
if
on their
that
foot.
word was not there, sorry, I can actually say that it might have asked in a polite manner. I don't know.
Christian, I have an issue with asking at all. I have an issue.
no. I don't have an issue with him asking.
You don't know their relationship.
I don't have an
in the
issue with
workplace.
him asking,
I
but I have an issue with the manner, the
which he
way
acts.
at which he acts.
No,
exactly.
That's my point.
I'm going to tell you guys why I have an issue with asking at all.
Okay.
You obviously walk into a place. You saw somebody sitting and eating. You probably order them to stand or want to ask them to stand because there was no other seat for you to sit and probably eat your food.
Yeah.
What happens to you waiting for them to finish?
Eating.
They cannot eat forever.
Workplace
So
terrorism.
hold on. What should happen to that person at that point? The person should now carry their food in their hands and stand up and be eating. Or they should cover their food and go and sit down because you are I have an issue with you asking. I feel like if you ask the person will have to oblige you because you are the boss.
Exactly.
And I think that is silently bullying the person.
No,
you are not supposed to do that.
not in all
Alright.
cases. Not in all cases. See, let me take for an example.
Oh my God.
Now. If I have my,
Are you? How much water?
I think
Room
that
temperature, please.
there are scenarios that
All right.
there are scenarios that let's take it back to the house, to the family. Sometimes you have your elder ones working. You're eating, yes, they know you're eating. Probably you are even almost done eating safe. And they are just about eating theirs. They can tell you that Dideje Kinjoko, in Yoruba terms, stand up, let me sit. They are not saying it like they are trying to control you.
That's family.
That's what I'm trying to
your
say.
house, if
In
you
your
have
house.
another place that you can sit down.
Hold on. See, it can happen even if you have another place. For the fact that probably you're about like you're almost done with your food or something. Your sister might try to bring his own food or our food and be like, they didn't Jackie Joko. They don't count it to be anything. Do you understand? And because there is a kind of family ties, you will carry your food, sit elsewhere and eat. It doesn't mean there's a problem. So that was what I was saying. There might be a relationship as such. There's possibility that this same person had said it to that staff before.
And then she stood up.
And that happened.
Yes.
So it depends on what relationship do they have.
Okay.
And
So
how is
going
this person
beyond-
presenting it.
So going beyond having a relationship or
Yeah.
not having a relationship, I feel like there's an underlying issue. Because your boss that don't have any issue with you will not just walk in and then sounds like maybe they have had an issue that she has insulted him before. Like they have had a kind of misunderstanding that was not properly sorted. And then maybe she's not even aware that what he did previously, there are some people that will keep counting it for you. Yesterday you did like this. Yeah, the day before yesterday you did. But meanwhile, to you have apologized and it has gone. Or to you did not even know. So I feel like there's an accumulated story behind the story that will just make the man to walk in and sound like that. But in quote and out of quote, it is wrong.
Yes, it is
wrong. It is wrong. To me, it is workplace bullying.
Yeah, what I'm trying to say, it is wrong. What am I having? It is wrong. It is wrong.
To me, it's
100%.
workplace terrorism.
It is wrong, 100%.
But the point that
wait, I want to ask you a question,
Mhm.
Victoria.
Mhm.
It is wrong. Yes, nobody's saying it's right.
Okay.
Outrightly, it is
All right.
wrong. But
All right.
if you find yourself in a situation like that, would you have at least stood up for the boss or whoever it is?
Yes. Okay. So now, I will stand up, but I will stand up with a statement. I'll let you know that the way at which you asked, I'm sorry, sir, was
You are
not
not
right.
You are not okay with it.
Yes, I'm not okay with it. You can actually do better next time.
But you will still stand up.
But I'll stand
That
up.
is my point. So what I'm trying to say is, it will
No,
not
ask
cost
me.
Sorry, I'm coming. It will not cost the employee a thing. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
To still
You
stand
can
up.
ask me.
See, everybody right there at that moment will say, like, quite all right that this boss has said something bad. This boss was not meant to say.
But your
this
action
way.
makes it more
But
mature.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's what
But
I'm
please, let's
saying.
ask her.
So I'll ask you.
Let's
calm
ask
down
her.
now. I'll ask you. Calm down.
Now we ask you. Now answer.
What I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of people that are not okay, but you can do something to make somebody understand that you don't have sense.
No, sometimes
Not until you speak.
You don't have to respond to
Christiana,
violence with violence.
Thank you.
Sometimes
Mhm.
you need to show some people that the end of their madness
It's the
is
beginning.
the beginning of another person's madness.
Okay, thank you.
Some people need to have that revelation once in a while. Since you not asking me that question, I will ask myself.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If I was in that shoes, I would not even answer because I never did sure say na me they follow talk.
Mhm. So when you're
Because
not
I never
finally
dey
sure, when you're not
Because na me
finally
dey
sure
follow
that
talk.
is
The
you,
simple
what
answer
do
is
you do?
not stand
When
up.
I come dey finally sure say na me dey follow talk, I go chop my food finish before I go stand up. Who
Okay.
dey be? My papa, my mama, or what? Na only you dey do chair for
I
15
get
minutes.
it. I get it.
Why
I get
don't you
it.
just wait? I feel like that boss just wants to rile up trouble.
It's
Because
possible.
if not, you would not even have this thing is you might politely or unpolitely or jokingly ask somebody to stand up from where they are eating.
Mhm.
But if they are not standing up, it does not become an offense.
Yeah.
You are not supposed to get worked up over it if you don't get waiting.
But there's something about
Or if you are not
this
trying to
African
bully the person.
mentality of respecting
somebody.
or authority. Sometimes we are too extreme at it, and it rubs off at everything we do.
Yeah.
It rubs off at the workplace, at home, at everywhere. So respect is like a command, but there's a line, there's a thin line between respect and control.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a thin line
That's
around
good.
it.
You have heard,
The
like,
part
you
that
heard your respect.
but the part that even got me more worked up is when she had to explain her own part of the story, and he said this insubordination
Again. Strike two.
strike two.
Insubordination say you wan chop, you wan make dem stand up for table for kitchenette for you. Abeg your work wey you dey work for office, your JD, whatever it is, you reach kitchenette. Abi you
Okay.
reach food side.
No.
When you come do insubordination because I no go stand up. I will not stand up.
All right.
If
So
you want to go to industrial court, let's go there. I will not stand. I'm telling you.
So you feel that the superior might be doing too much?
Yeah, it's not might be doing too. It's doing too much.
but do you know that
So-
if they want to go by hierarchy, you'll be in trouble.
I don't know.
You'll be
So
penalized.
now, why are we here? Why are we here?
Yes,
Why are we here?
The person was not penalized. He said the issue has been sorted. He didn't tell us how
she
the
did
issue
not
was
say how
sorted.
the issue
Was
was
just
sorted.
asking for
And
our
we don't know
opinion.
if there was
So we don't know what
if there was
happened.
any penalty.
But
Yes,
even
we
if
don't
I
know.
was there, or I am in the scenario, or I am not, I can tell categorically, following workplace structure and hierarchy, she would obviously serve a penalty.
No, I do
For
not
what-
think so.
So you
I
think
think that
if
if
you are the
I'm the HR, no,
Mhm.
no. I
Mhm.
think that if I'm the HR, the best I could have done at that time is call the superior and explain to the person and actually call her too and tell her that there are better ways that this could have been done.
Okay,
I cannot
and
penalize
there will be
her.
no apology.
No, even if there's going to be, there would be apology if she had done something wrong to the person.
No, this story
Which
is
Obviously,
saying,
she had.
this story
Which
is
she has
saying that
not.
they
Yeah,
told her to come and
I'm
apologize.
just saying something. Me, I'm against people using their position or whatever
Everybody's
their power
against
is.
it.
Everybody's
So
against
I'm not
it.
going to enable
That's the
it.
structure.
You can go
Everybody's
and report to wherever I want to. I don't think that will enable such. I will not penalize somebody or unjustly penalize an employee because he refuses to stand up from his food for you to eat. No.
Now,
Do you know that there's
need to
workplace
understand
politics?
Something. You need to understand
Okay.
something.
Okay, go ahead.
See, I think one thing that we have right here, all of us here, is that nobody is actually saying that this thing is good.
Yes.
We are not saying that
We are not.
anybody would want to.
Let's
Anybody
get
want
it
to
right.
penalize an employee for something that he or she not. What we are trying to say is because we are employees, because this person is a superior, because there are circumstances surrounding it. There is workplace hierarchy, there is workplace politics. There are some things you will do that will not take a thing out of it. And you just let the situation go.
See, in this
That's
thing,
what I'm saying. It's not every time that we need to show that I get waiting for him.
I understand what you're saying.
saying.
I understand what you're saying. But this thing you're saying, why are you not applying it to the superior?
Yes, that's
No, why are you not applying the same? Hold on,
okay,
why are you not
alright.
applying the same theory to the superior, that you don't have to react at everything, and this particular thing does not even warrant your reaction?
Do you
Why
know?
is it that, hold on, I just have an issue with the fact that it is when it happens to the subordinate, that's when you know you have a policy.
Let me give you a statement. We have not finished this show, thank God. And you know quite alright that our shows are all about angles. The first angle we are discussing is this part of the employee might actually still consider standing up. We have not outrightly said that the superior did something.
In a way, we touch the angle of the superior.
Everybody
said you would be penalized.
No, from the beginning, in a way, we had touched the angle of the superior that he was wrong.
Yeah.
Going by everything that governs a corporate environment, he is wrong.
Yes.
But there are some persons that just choose to be who they are. So now, for clarity or for direction purpose, when it has to do with workplace, you made mention of workplace politics. In workplace politics is not what is applicable in real life that is applicable in workplace politics. There's an edition of the show that one of the guests spoke about. They teach us in school how to make it in papers. Yeah. But they don't train you on how to make it at the workplace. There are three things that governs the workplace: emotional intelligence, critical thinking, and people's management. So when it comes to that point, emotionally, you need to kill what you feel. Workplace is one thing that your feeling does not matter. If you must excel, unless you have an exit plan, a jackpot plan that I am leaving this place, I don't want to stay here for a long time. But if you have a career in that place and you've programmed yourself to stay there for a long time, my brother, my sister, my sweetheart, my husband, my darling, my everything, you have to be emotionally intelligent. Apply critical thinking when you want to take an action. Now, the superior, obviously, he is wrong. Is this subordinate? Employee, anyhow you want to call her right now.
They are both employees.
Yes. In her action made her wrong. Do you understand? For me as a person, what I would do is either I quietly stand up. If I look at responding to you would be considered as an insult, I'll quietly stand up. Workplace require that you first of all write to the HR.
Okay.
I will stand up there, write to the HR, put the MD in copy, whoever the workplace structure is. If you say copy depending on the reporting line, put whosoever it is in copy and expect the HR to address the matter. By so doing, workplace politics, corporate environment rules, you are vindicated. But for the moment you allow yourself to have an altercation or give a sarcastic expression, you are wrong.
No, she never had an altercation. She politely declined.
There are some body language that are worse than
I'm going to say something. Right. I have a problem with always doing this because I see it as enabling bad behavior, and it's not going to stop. It's never going to stop.
Right.
If we are all always like this, it's enabling bad behavior. A lot of people and a lot of organizations are actually trying to do better to stop all these kind of things from
That's why
happening
you have the reporting line
in their workplace. So I think that doing all these things, you already asked somebody and she politely declined. The next thing to do is to leave or ask another person or something. You don't have to start shouting.
We have gone past that phase. Okay.
I have a question. My question is, Rachel feels that we should make the superior understand that this is a bad behavior. Now, making the superior understand it's a bad behavior is why the subordinate is obeying and then still reporting to somebody because you want the issue to be addressed.
Exactly.
It's not like you leave the place and then you make the superior feel important. So what we are trying to say, instead of you putting the
other
what's in your
attitude,
hands,
because it's a work
instead
environment.
of you actually responding or taking the actions into your hands, why not just obey this person and then you can now go back and address it. Sir, this should have been done better. Oh, sir, I felt bad because you did this. Instead of you actually saying you're not going to stand up.
Christiana,
we are not saying the superior is right though. Don't get me wrong.
Nobody's justifying.
I hear you, but I do not agree.
That's your
you don't agree that
yes,
the person should be reported?
That the person should have stood up, or you do it for the moment or something. I do not agree.
Okay, but do you believe in workplace politics?
I hear you. I do not agree. Yes, workplace politics exists. Do I think it's a good thing? I think it's a terrible thing. And measures should be put in place to stop it.
Why is it a terrible thing?
It has actually affected a lot of people. There are people that are good at their jobs, but because they didn't asleep for somebody, or they didn't pretend to be who they are not, or they didn't.
It depends on the angle of workplace politics they are standing on.
Workplace politics is purely ass licking.
Yeah.
If you can lick somebody's ass, then you can climb up the ladder. You can always hold on. I will tell you the example of workplace politics. You can just go and be forming busy. I'm the champion of this. I'm the champion.
That's the disadvantage of workplace politics.
It has a lot of disadvantages.
No.
Yes, the disadvantages far outweigh.
But nothing changes the fact that until workplace politics is no longer in place, we will keep using a kind of diplomatic way to deal with people in the organization. Until it is being eradicated.
If we actually continue with this our diplomatic this we are talking about, it will never stop. That's
but if everybody chooses
and I'm still maintaining that stand. If I was in that position, I will not stand up, and everyone that wants to fall should come and fall.
That's thing. It's all about individual difference. You might not want to stand,
but
do you
consider the impact on the workplace and the impact? Let's say that there's a new staff around, and you are responding to the superior like that. And another scenario might come up that the new staff might actually be the one at fault, but she feels like since A did it, who am I? And she reacts like that, and there are no penalty. No, there are actions that you avoid in order to avoid misconception and replication of such acts in a negative way. So when you want to take actions, you consider other factors around you. That's why I say kill your emotions at that point in time. Let your emotional intelligence tell you what is right at that moment to do.
Christiana, if we carry this thing from Earth, if we carry this thing from Earth to Jupiter, to Pluto, to anywhere,
to Mars,
and Mercury, anybody with how do they call it, with a sane mind that has sense, knows that you are not they didn't tell us that the lady was rude to the man. Or I'm even sure that the way she said it, or the way she politely,
I want you to carry this story again. Did you read her reply? Like, did you feel her impulse, her response?
I wanted Rachel to.
I just smiled.
Did you say anything?
I thought he was joking. I just smiled. I politely declined. Now from here. We'll just keep going around this. Let's take it out of no way you can say it from here to tomorrow and next tomorrow and on public holiday. I'll still tell you that.
Okay, and I'll still stand my ground.
My stand.
Okay, wait. Now, before we leave this point, this angle, your stand is that she shouldn't have actually left the seat for the man to sit.
Yes.
Like she's supporting the action.
My own point is not to negate the fact that what the superior did was bad.
Wrong.
But my point is, it wouldn't have cost you a thing to still stand up. That's my point. I'm not saying it should be a general opinion for everybody, but that's what I feel I would have done. But I was going to say that, okay, now the boss went over and over again and then, said he wanted you to apologize.
Yes, that's the part that's got me a bit worked up.
He wanted you to apologize. I'm not going to, even if you need this person to apologize, why do you want this person to apologize in the presence of every other staff? That means
you can see the kind of person
you just want to show that
does not mean that
I would say the staff was right.
I can tell you that this boss he hold on too much for the office. Whether they do mistake, whether they do mistake, just give them promotion, and you think say every other person are grass. When they work on top. I think that is the situation.
And I think why he will be like that is because proper measures have not been taken.
That's what I'm saying. They should
Yes.
not enable his bad
No,
behavior.
if the point of the matter is, if everybody keeps responding to this same boss the way you are responding to that same boss, they will keep seeing a problem with the subordinates.
And
They will
the
keep
person
seeing,
that is
yes,
the problem
but
does
if
not
the
advise.
subordinate takes the proper action, pen down things that need to be penned down, send the right mail, and disciplinary measures are being taken,
Victoria.
they will see who is at fault.
I do
That the
not agree.
madman here is the superior and not the subordinate.
I do
But
not
in a
agree.
way that you fight back like that, they will think you people are just disrespectful.
See, I
That
must
is
tell
just
you,
the
Rachel
case.
is the only person in the company that they are being disrespectful to. I
I
do
don't
not
see
agree.
him.
If
Rachel,
one person, if just one person is having an issue with 20 people far. If one person is having an issue with 5 people, check yourself. You are the problem.
Actually,
if anybody does not
actually,
see
in
him as
this
the
Do you
problem,
know that?
the person
Okay.
is
In this
another
story,
extra problem.
in this story, it's still one person. But for me, I'll keep saying, I'm trying to give both of them reasons for their actions.
Mhm.
You know, if let's assume that while they were eating, probably in the kitchen or whatever, there were other staff or other employees, I might see it to be right that the boss requesting for him to apologize in their presence is not a bad idea. You know, wait, though, before you people will tear me apart. You know, now let's assume that, okay, when the boss requested for her or him to stand up and blah, 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 other people were there and then she declined. She might feel so, the boss might feel embarrassed or insulted or disrespected and then he left. So for the apology now, you're going to talk, say, now the presence of people when you take disrespect me, now there you go apologize to me. Maybe that was the case.
For the first time in this show, I am not in the same. For the first time, I'm not in your team.
Maybe that was the case.
No, because
I disrespected himself.
No, now,
Because
you know,
do
there's
you know
some
why?
people that they'll say, you are trying to want me, you want to bear me. Your people say that the presence of people when you think insult me, that they go.
I would rather go to my
do you know why
house.
I'm not in
not
your
a
team right
bastard.
now? Because the HR stepped in.
Yeah.
Do you understand? For the HR to step in and address the matter, it means the matter was properly addressed.
Some HR are
and
just
done.
there for being their sake. Oh. No,
But she
they
said
are
the
just
HR
figureheads.
stepped in.
They are just figurehead. He said
But you can't tell what the HR
The
did.
HR stepped in to address the matter. So why then do we still have the boss, the superior,
The
still
boss
saying,
has
sorry,
a pride
sorry.
in quotes.
The boss still said, if the HR still did not address this matter, I'll take it to the directors.
Which means to him,
is an hour.
the HR did not
somebody
address
is
the
an
matter
asshole or an
to his
idiot.
satisfaction.
Come again, sorry.
Because to him, the HR didn't address the matter to his satisfaction or to his expectation. In his head, there's a certain way the HR
Yeah,
should
should have done
have addressed it. So it was not done.
So that
So
means even the organization as a whole said they are sick.
No,
It's a
Christiana.
sick system.
Christiana,
It's a
this-
sick system
this
because
is-
if you feel that your HR is not addressing a particular matter properly and you have to go to the directors, means that something is wrong with the system.
No, something is wrong with the superior. He has
Okay,
a
all of them.
superiority issue.
I'm going to say something. The only thing he was expecting is that when they get to the HR, they will not say, okay, you have disrespected your superior. We are giving you death by hanging. That's what he was
That's
expecting.
extreme.
We
That's
are giving you
extreme.
death by hanging or life imprisonment because you have disobeyed Almighty Alpha and Omega superior. They now said, okay, that's enough. You might. Sure, you understand. They just try to be diplomatic about the whole thing because this is not diplomacy. You fit take someone. You cannot say the person is right or wrong for not standing up. You are going to apply diplomacy.
Thank God
Now,
you
what
said
did
the
they
person
say
is not
now?
bad or wrong.
Eh?
It's not.
You are not. I said you are not going to.
Please let's not go back there.
What
Christina,
he
please don't take
was
us back
wrong.
there.
I think that the fact that even they took matter to HR. HR settled the matter. You think say no, HR no be chief judge or what HR has said is not enough for you. You now went to the back to go and summon the person. You must apologize. I think you are the one that is insubordinate. I think the man now
He's the one that is
he-
insubordinate. Don't look
Yes.
at me and point your hand. He's the one that is
He's the
insubordinate.
superior. That is.
I'm already seeing the superior in you.
Jesus.
No, I'm only trying to.
I'm sorry.
I'm only trying to create a balance. I'm not saying the superior is right.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say that means he's a very disrespectful person. And he's not just disrespectful to how do they call it?
To the subordinate.
Subordinate.
He's disrespectful to
Just
the hierarchy, the HR, the
And
office
you
of the
think that-
HR.
And you think that the world is your oyster. And I'm there.
You want to
I've arrived.
balance.
I'm the owner of the earth and the heaven. That's why you can order somebody to stand up from their
I actually
that
do
much
get
come
it.
and try it with
I
me.
do.
Completely, you're right. Like completely. At least there's one thing that we have all agreed to: that the superior
Was doing too much.
doing too much.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, let's come to a take home on this matter. At the end of the day, what is our take home?
You people already
No, now hold on now.
people already know my take home.
What is your take home?
This particular story is just paining my body. So you can go ahead.
No, but for me, I've already made my stand that the superior was wrong,
Yeah.
and the action of the subordinates too in response when it comes to workplace environment, I still have stand my ground, is wrong. We should learn to follow the policies, the system, learn to apply emotional intelligence, learn to apply the structure. In every workplace there's a structure. Apply the structure. If it's a mailing structure, you report to the offices that matter and let the case go that way. That's
Okay,
my
I
point.
think for me, I'm going to say, in all honesty, the superior did too much, like
Yes,
you all said.
of course.
No doubt, the superior
Certainly.
did too much. But probably we don't really need to always want to bring it as the hot every time. You give you hot, you give them hot. Not every time do we actually need to be like that. Trust me. You don't need to do some things before people know that, oh, this person is like this. There are some people that you teach them manners just by your own silence.
Uh-huh.
You teach some people manners
That's
just
so.
by your own silence. So for the staff, I mean for the subordinates, sorry, I didn't see what the person did as being wrong or being disrespectful. All I'm just saying is the person might still have stood up and is not going to take anything from you. Because if that had happened, probably you would have avoided all of the whole thing. As a matter of fact, I can say for a fact that this superior we are talking about now is still not done with your matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's still, because to him it feels like this person feel like say get something for head, and you no go turn back. So just be ready that probably is going to be a one-on-one thing with this superior
As in-
till you leave that organization.
Yeah.
So that's just what I feel. So probably sometimes we should
should
apply
avoid some trouble.
emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
like Victoria said. So not in all cases do we really need to do that. Not because you are not right, but because you just want to let some things go.
Exactly.
Okay, this will be my own final words on this particular thing. Dear superior, in this 2023 workplace that we are big public service announcement, in this 2023 workplace that we are trying to build, you do not belong there. You do not belong in today's workforce or workplace that we are trying to build. It will be good for you to go back to your house or your village and be ordering your wife to come and be kneeling down and be serving you your food in your room. Because all these things that you are doing, it will not work. If you go to another organization, it's not going to work. And that's going to be mine for my opinion or my wrap-up for that thing. Because I feel a vex. If I see the man, I feel beat down. Is that
I can imagine her in the shoe of the subordinates.
if I see
But that's put the food for your face. Are you alright?
before my vex to pass this level, we will just go our next story.
Next
Yeah,
story, please.
yeah.